So this lake was dedicated to your work?
This is the actual experimental lake that we were going to use.
Professor Paul Frost studies fresh water in a country with 1/5 of the world's supply. Lately he's been working in the experimental lakes area, measuring pollutants, changes to water chemistry, and to the climate. Other Canadian lakes are near human settlement. They're used for recreation, transportation, and disposal of effluent from industry. Not the ELA. It's been set aside for science since 1968.
At the experimental lakes area, we have none of those other changes. So any long-term changes we see would likely be the result of the external climate variability. And so that's what actually makes it very unique in its role as a place where we can study climate change.
Set in the remote forest of northwest Ontario, these are some of the 58 lakes in the ELA. But Canada's government says it's no longer prepared to fund the facility, and if others don't take over, it'll close. No viable new operators have emerged.
The Conservative war on science knows no bounds. They are recklessly cutting the world-renowned experimental lakes area.
There's been heated debate in Parliament. The opposition says the government is cutting funding for climate science to benefit the oil industry. Cabinet ministers say the record suggests otherwise.
Mr. Speaker, nothing of the sort has happened. In fact, this government has funded since 2006 almost $8 billion additional dollars for science, technology, and research.
Environmental groups say Canada's water stocks aren't as vast as they seem, and they're threatened by pollution and climate change. They're planning protests, social media campaigns, and rallies of scientists to try to resurrect the ELA.
We do have a great wealth of fresh water compared to the rest of the world, and we should be protecting it all the more because of that.
With so much of the world's fresh water, Canada should be at the forefront of research into such a crucial resource. Instead, it's cutting funding for water science at a time when this country and the rest of the world need it most. Daniel Lack, Al Jazeera, Peterborough.